I hate all of you, and I hope you all. Oh, my God. I meant to say anything is possible when you have the right people to support you. Yep, that's what it means. Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bada, and today we're going to be talking about friends. But more specifically, what a good friend is. A quality friend. Or as the cool kids call it these days, goated friends. But what makes them so goated? What did they do to separate themselves from colleagues or just acquaintances? It all boils down to 3 points. Constant support and presence, almost to a point of annoyance. The ability to push you to limits further than you could possibly ever imagine. And the unbelievable amounts of joy felt from the time you spent. And if your friend is able to provide any one of these points, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. You already have a good friend in your life. But let's back up a little bit. Let's get into detail about Bada's 3 rules to friendship. To start it off, support. What is support? It is actually the simplest one out of these 3 rules. Just be there consistently. And the key word in that sentence is consistently. It's not about showing support when you have the time for it, when you feel like it, when you want to be a good person. No. If you want to be a good friend, you must demonstrate the ability to be there for them at any given moment. Because it is that feeling of someone being there, watching your back, that affects your friends the most. The stability and calmness you feel, knowing that you're able to take risks and chances in your life without hesitation, is the true fruition of your constant support. I'll take an example for myself. I'm an ambitious person, as you can call it. I love to be in higher situations and shoot for the stars, as they call it. So, when everything blows up in my face spectacularly, my friends will always be there to laugh at me, clown me, make fun of me, tell me I'm bad, but also be there to support me, make sure that I'm okay, make sure that I'm able to keep going. And whether it be school, sports, girls, especially girls, and internal struggles that I would have in my daily life, they would always listen to me and give me advice. And yes, I do rant about the same exact problem every 2 months. But that just proves it even more, that they're always there for me. And that they would never leave me to suffer by myself or to hurt alone in the darkness in my room. And that, to me, is what true support is. The second rule to Bada's 3 rules to friendship is the overwhelming desire to annihilate each other. Or in other words, a sense of rivalry. For me, this is one of the aspects I value the most in a friend. If they're able to push me to my limits, make me feel absolute crushing defeat, they're probably my good friend. And I know all this sounds a little masochistic and a little weird, but let me explain. I have people at my school that I've been competing with for the last 5 to 7 years with blood, sweat, and tears, and these are the same exact people that I'm closest with in my life. Whether it be sports, academics, or just in life in general, it doesn't matter. Because when you compete with someone with such a healthy, burning desire to beat their pace in, you put everything you have on the line, and a new level of vulnerability is presented. A level of vulnerability that can only be expressed by someone who is giving 100% of what they have for what they believe in. But make no mistake, it must be healthy. I once got a little too absorbed in my competitive spirit and almost lost multiple friends because of it. You must understand that it's not about who's the loser or who's the winner. It's about the back and forth. It's about the 1-2 and the 1-2 dodge. And it's about how you and your friends are developing as people. So when life gets both of you down, you'll be both strong enough to fight the world together. And the last rule to Bada's 3 rules to friendship is to have fun. What is the point of having good-ass friends if you can't have a banging-ass time and create unforgettable memories? There's no explanation needed for this, I feel like. Life is about having fun and enjoying the life you're given. And I'll tell you this, it is so much more enjoyable when you have people around you that accept you for who you are. There's no pressure to be someone you're not, to act a certain way. You can be open as you want, because if you're not able to do that, you're not having fun. You ain't enjoying yourself or the time you're spending with them. You're too worried about keeping a fake image of yourself that you even hate to even think about enjoying what's happening around you. I have fallen into this trap more times than I can count, and I still do to this day. You have to realize that if there's any pressure from the people around you to change yourself into someone that you don't want to be, move yourself. Because those are not good friends. Because a true certified, top quality, cream of the crop, 100% ride or die friend would not only disregard that fake image you put up for yourself, but would call your ass out on the spot for being fake. They already accepted who you are. They know your lowest and they've seen you at your highest. And they know that you're hurting so deeply when you're faking who you are. And time spent with friends like that will be having the goddamn time of your life, and you won't even bat an eye about it. Because that is the true norm when you have good friends. So, that was Bada's 3 rules to friendship. And like I said, if your friend follows just one of these rules, you have a good friend. But that doesn't mean they can't follow all 3. And if you have a friend that actually follows all 3 of these rules, you hit the jackpot of friends. And you should treat them as if they're once in a lifetime. Because they are. And one last thing, secret, hidden 4th rule of Bada's rules to friendship is that you gotta reciprocate these efforts. If your friend stays up until 3 a.m. listening to you cry and weep like a dying whale, you gotta do the exact same thing back and pick them up when they're down. If your friend is coming at you 100% trying to beat you and crush you, you gotta hit it with the 1-2 as well. And if your friend is able to accept you for who you are, no matter how weird you are, the only possible course of action is for you to love them unconditionally and accept them for who they are as well. You get the point. You just gotta give the same energy back. You can't expect to have good friends if you're not a good friend yourself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll leave you with this. I know you have been evaluating your friends like a psychopath throughout this entire speech. But also, I want you to realize if you have been a good friend to them as well. Thank you.